Okay, so imagine this for a moment. You wake up today, walk outside, and somewhere on this same planet, at this exact hour, someone is walking barefoot across burning coals. Someone else is piercing their skin in total silence. And in a small village, a newborn baby is being placed gently on a mattress while a masked man leaps over them. Not in the distant past, not in mythology, right now. And the most fascinating part is not that these rituals still exist. It's that even in the age of satellites, artificial intelligence, and modern science, they continue to survive. Because rituals are rarely about logic, they are about identity, fear, meaning, memory. Tonight, we're counting down 10 religious rituals that still happen today, practices that challenge modern assumptions, carry centuries of history, and continue to fascinate anthropologists, psychologists, and scientists around the world. Stay until the end because number one reveals the deeper reason humanity never stopped creating rituals in the first place. Number 10. Thaipusam. We start strong. Imagine standing in a crowd of thousands. Drums echo through the streets, incense fills the air, music rises like a pulse, and through the center of it all, a man walks calmly, carrying a massive metal structure attached to his body. This is Thaipusam, a Hindu festival honoring Lord Murugan, celebrated in India, Malaysia, Singapore, and beyond. For outsiders, it can look impossible. For participants, it is devotion made visible. But what many people don't realize is that the ritual begins long before the procession. Participants often prepare for weeks through fasting, prayer, celibacy, meditation, and discipline. The goal is to quiet the ordinary self until pain becomes secondary. Some carry ornate frames called kavadi. Others undergo ritual piercings through cheeks, tongue, or skin. And here is where science becomes interested. Researchers observing participants have found that many report surprisingly low levels of pain and stress during the ritual, sometimes lower than spectators watching it. How? Focused attention, trance states, adrenaline, expectation, collective energy, and altered pain perception. To medicine, it is psychophysiology. To believers, it is divine protection. And maybe for those inside the ritual, those two explanations are not enemies at all. Number 9, the monkey feast. Now something completely different. In Lopburi, Thailand, once each year, massive banquet tables are covered with fruit, vegetables, sweets, and towers of food, but not for people, for monkeys. Thousands of macaques flood the streets, climb statues, race across rooftops, and take over the feast in a scene that feels half festival, half invasion. The event is linked symbolically to Hanuman, the monkey hero of Hindu tradition, associated with loyalty, courage, and strength. But the modern version of this festival began in 1989 as a tourism campaign, and then something strange happened. It became real tradition. Visitors came, locals embraced it, the monkeys multiplied. Now the city faces a very modern consequence of an ancient style celebration: monkey overpopulation. It is one of the clearest examples of how rituals are not frozen in time. They evolve. Sometimes religion shapes culture, sometimes economics does, sometimes both merge so completely that no one can separate them anymore. Number 8. Garudan Thukam. Now we move into darker territory. In southern India, there existed a ritual in which devotees were suspended in the air by hooks or structures attached to the body. It is known as Garudan Thukam. The ritual symbolizes Garuda, the mythological being associated with divine flight and protection. To outside eyes, it appears shocking, but to participants, it was sacrifice transformed into symbolism. Anthropologists studying intense body rituals often note something remarkable. Pain is not universal. Its meaning changes everything. Pain during punishment feels different from pain during purpose. Pain during fear feels different from pain during devotion. When suffering is given sacred meaning, the brain can reinterpret the experience itself. Today, the most extreme forms have largely been restricted or modified, with symbolic versions replacing dangerous ones. But the deeper ritual remains alive, because what mattered was never only the act, it was transcendence. Number 7. Firewalkers of Anastasia. Would you walk barefoot across fire? Every year in parts of Greece and Bulgaria, some people still do. This is the ritual of Anastasia. Participants dance for hours to music and drums, enter heightened emotional states, and then step onto glowing coals barefoot. The tradition is tied to stories of sacred icons rescued from flames centuries ago. Science can explain part of it. Coals have low thermal conductivity. Quick steps reduce contact time. Ash can insulate. Moisture matters. Physics matters. But not everything ends there. Some studies have documented physiological synchronization between participants and emotionally connected observers. Heart rates shifting together, stress responses mirroring each other, bodies aligning through shared experience. Science calls it emotional entrainment. Tradition calls it spirit. Either way, something real passes through the crowd, and not all heat comes from fire. Number 6. El Colacho. This next one sounds impossible, yet every year in Spain, it happens. In the village of Castrillo de Murcia, babies are placed gently on mattresses in the street. Then, men dressed as symbolic figures leap over them. This is El Colacho, a ritual associated with Corpus Christi and believed to symbolically cleanse infants of misfortune or negativity. From outside the culture, many people react with disbelief, but inside the tradition, it is not seen as danger. It is protection. The event is carefully managed, rehearsed, and rooted in centuries of local continuity. And that matters, because risk is often judged not only by facts, but by familiarity. What one culture sees as absurd, another sees as sacred normality. The same world, different meanings. Number 5. Sky burial. Now we come to death and how differently humanity understands it. In parts of Tibet, there is a funerary practice known in the West as sky burial. The body of the deceased is returned to nature, often placed in remote mountain areas where scavenging birds consume what remains. To many outsiders, it sounds unsettling. To practitioners, it is compassion. The body is no longer the self. It becomes one final offering to other living beings. It also reflects geography. Frozen ground can be difficult to dig. Wood for cremation may be scarce. But to reduce this ritual to practicality would miss the point entirely. It transforms death from possession into release, from ending into participation in a larger cycle. And that is a philosophy many modern societies quietly struggle to imagine. Number 4. Czar. In parts of Africa and the Middle East, there exists a ritual known as czar. It often appears when someone experiences emotional distress, behavioral change, or internal suffering. Music begins, rhythms repeat, dancing intensifies. The individual enters trance while the community surrounds them. Some interpret it spiritually, others psychologically. Researchers have suggested czar can function as a socially accepted space for emotional expression, especially for women in societies where direct complaint or vulnerability may be restricted. Think about that. What modern therapy offers through language, some cultures historically offered through rhythm, movement, and collective ritual. Healing does not always wear a white coat. Sometimes it wears drums. Number 3. Self-mummification. This may be one of the most extreme spiritual disciplines ever documented. In feudal Japan, some monks pursued a path intended to preserve the body after death through years of preparation, strict diets, isolation, meditation, progressive reduction of body fat and moisture. The process was severe, dangerous, and only a small number were regarded as successful. Today, the practice no longer continues and was prohibited more than a century ago. But it remains a profound example of how far belief can carry discipline. Modern people often ask, why would anyone do this? But perhaps the more revealing question is, what kind of conviction must exist for a person to spend years preparing for death in pursuit of transcendence? That question has no easy answer. Number 2. Day of the Dead. Not all rituals are built on pain or endurance. Some are built on love. In Mexico, Dia de Muertos honors those who have died through altars, candles, flowers, favorite foods, music, and remembrance. Families gather not to deny death, but to welcome memory. Photographs are placed beside offerings. Stories are told. Laughter returns. The dead are spoken of as present. Modern psychology has increasingly recognized something powerful here. Continuing symbolic bonds with loved ones can help healthy grieving. In other words, one of the oldest rituals on earth aligns with one of the newest understandings of loss. Sometimes, tradition knew before science had vocabulary for it. Number 1. Penitence, sacrifice, and why ritual never disappears. Across the world, some people still perform acts of physical penitence during religious festivals, walking long distances barefoot, carrying heavy burdens, enduring pain, fasting, public vows, self-denial. Many institutions today discourage extreme versions, yet the impulse remains. Why? Because ritual solves something modern life often cannot. It gives suffering meaning. It transforms private struggle into visible purpose. It binds strangers into community. It tells the individual, you are part of something larger than yourself. Studies on intense collective rituals have found they can increase social bonding, identity, trust, and emotional cohesion, which means number 1 is not a single ritual. It is the mechanism behind all of them. Ritual survives because humans still need belonging, still need mystery, still need moments where ordinary life is interrupted, and something deeper takes its place. That need did not disappear with technology. It simply changed clothes, 10 rituals, 10 different ways of seeing reality. Some may seem strange from the outside, others unexpectedly beautiful, but all of them reveal the same truth. Human beings have always searched for meaning through action, symbol, sacrifice, and connection. This video wasn't about judging belief, it was about understanding what belief does. If you enjoyed this journey into the strange, the ancient, and the deeply human, subscribe now, because there is always more hidden beneath the surface of the world. And remember, the universe doesn't reveal its secrets to those who rush. It reveals them to those who know how to look. Subscribe and keep listening to the silence.